I remember the first time I saw a human. They called themselves envoys. We called them intruders. Pale, hairless creatures cloaked in metal and arrogance, landing in their noise machines and walking our sacred ground as if it belonged to them. And yet, he was different. Commander Reese Calderon. He didn't speak during that first meeting, just stood behind the diplomats with his hands behind his back, eyes scanning, calculating. While the others smiled, he studied. While they offered gifts, he looked at me as if I were a puzzle, or perhaps a mirror. We were at war 6 months later. Not because of him, not exactly. His people broke a treaty they never truly honored. They mined our red moons, poisoned our rivers with terraforming waste. The clans rose, and I, the last daughter of the Kirea bloodline, answered the call. They called me the Fox Queen. Not for my lineage, but for my tail, my ears, the fur I inherited from the mothers of my race. They mocked it at first, until they saw what I could do with a blade. I fought Reese on the ruins of Virith Prime. He defeated me, but he didn't kill me. You should have slit my throat, I told him, coughing blood onto the marble floor. His soldiers had ringed the battlefield, keeping their distance. None approached, only him. I should have, he said, kneeling beside me. His voice was low, unreadable. But I didn't come here to kill you. I spat. Then you're a coward, or something worse. They imprisoned me in firelight. Their war cruisers holding bay was hot, bright, metallic, alien. I refused food, refused treatment, refused to speak, for a time. But he came to see me, not with chains, not with guards, just stories. He told me of Earth's own wars, of cities that rose and fell, of how his people had made the same mistakes with others and never learned. He said he admired us for resisting, that if the roles were reversed, he'd have fought me just the same. I hated him for that, but I listened. Months passed, I don't know how many, and then came the rebellion. My people stormed the Capitol Dome. Reese High Command was shattered. His officers turned on him. He had nowhere left to go, so he did the unthinkable. He freed me. I'm giving you a choice, he said as the alarms blared overhead. I looked at him, battered, bleeding, one arm in a sling. Why? Because you're the only one who never lied to me. Now here I kneel, in the burning hall of the ancient temple of Arakthoan, surrounded by my warriors, no longer rebels but victors. And yet I kneel, because behind me, Reese stands, swordless, still in his broken armor, a prisoner of my own people. I should hate you, I whisper, my claws digging into the ash-covered stones. He says nothing. My soldiers watch, waiting for the command. They want his head. They deserve it. But what they don't know is that this man, this human, destroyed his own command to save me, risked his life to reveal a virus his people planted in our soil, delivered us their war protocols, and burned his only bridge home. He betrayed his world to give mine a chance. So I kneel, because if I stand, I will not spare him. And I want to spare him. My name is Siratel, last of House Kirea. I am the warrior queen of a people who do not forgive, who remember every betrayal carved into our history like stone. But there is a truth my ancestors never spoke aloud. Mercy is harder than vengeance. I rise slowly. Bring him forward. I command, voice cold enough to silence the flames. Reese steps into the ring of blades. I turn to face him. His lip is split, one eye swollen, but he stands tall. You broke our laws, I tell him, loud enough for every ear in the hall to hear. You led invasions. You burned forests. You left your name etched into the scars of children. I did, he says. You deserve death. I know. The silence is unbearable. Even the fire dares not crackle. But you also saved a queen, I say. A gasp ripples through the crowd. You gave us the key to victory. And in doing so, you lost everything. I step closer. You owe me nothing, he says quietly. I didn't do it for you. That hurts more than I expect. Then why? I ask. He looks up. His eyes are tired, worn. Human. Because I couldn't watch your world become another graveyard. I should kill him. I want to kill him, if only to make the weight in my chest disappear. But I don't. Instead, I turn to my war host. This man is no longer our prisoner. Shouts, cries, confusion, but none step forward. Let him walk, I say. Let history decide his crimes. For now, I name him Rocketel. Shadow brother, outcast not of shame, but of sacrifice. He blinks, stunned. So do I, because I just bound him to me by blood. Forever. Afterward, when the flames have died and the warriors dispersed, I find him outside the hall, staring at the moons. You didn't have to do that, he says. Yes, I reply, I did. I don't belong here. No, I say. You don't belong anywhere now. Just like me. He glances at me. There's something unspoken in his expression. Not desire, not love. Something deeper. Respect. Pain. Or maybe understanding. Will your people ever trust me? No, I say honestly. But they will fear you less. And that's a start. He laughs, bitter and low. What about you? He asks. I pause. I trusted you enough not to kill you. I say. That's more than I've given anyone. He doesn't smile, but he nods. And together, in the ruins of gods and war, we stand. 2 exiles, 2 survivors. The Fox Queen and her shadow brother.